AV Rental Services presents Philly Graffiti Lesson, hiring a pro.
There has been much debate on where graffiti started. Graffiti started in the early 70s in Philadelphia and in the late 70s in New York. Now, there is no doubt graffiti received its biggest boost from the streets of New York. However, Philadelphia plays a very close second in graffiti's upbringing. While graffiti has not been as prevalent as in the past, it can still be found in major cities. The art form, when unsolicited, is illegal, but very much beloved by graffiti fans. Back in the 70s and 80s, at its height, it was visible and in your face, whether you liked it or not. The subway systems were littered with graffiti. Sides of buildings, billboards, as well as any white truck was a blank canvas for a graph's pen, Sharpie, or spray can. What time has changed is how much graffiti is out there and the quality of the graffiti out there. You will always be able to find a basic scribbled name or walls, but when a professional graffiti artist is solicited, the art form is allowed to prosper to its full extent. When a professional graffiti artist is commissioned and allowed to create without any barriers, graffiti masterpieces can be created. There is a close relationship between urban murals and graffiti. I believe the existence and creativity of graffiti spawned the birth and development of wall murals. So it comes as no surprise that Philadelphia is the home to more murals than any city in the world. Here in Philadelphia, the mural capital of the world, exists more than 3,600 urban murals. In this video, we were able to watch a professional graffiti artist create a work of art right in front of our eyes, and we got it on camera. We commissioned Jose Bustamante, better known as Busta, through Greg Robinson of Graph World Muralists.
Yes, my name is Greg Robinson, CEO of what's called Graph World Muralists. Graph World Muralists is, well, I'll say it like this, my job as CEO of the company is to try to find services for these wonderfully talented artists from Philadelphia and abroad to paint. That's my job.
How long you been doing it?
This is 6 years.
Well, how you get into that?
I got an idea. I run a publication called Graph World Magazine, I'm sorry. I've been doing that since 2003. And I kind of got an idea from somebody else in a reservoir. He was painting, and I kind of came up with the idea 6 years ago. I'm a former graffiti writer. I'm one of these guys. I'm a Philly Graph legend. I've been doing it for 40 years. No, I'm not an artist. I don't do this stuff. However, I have a good eye for it, and I just got lucky, man. It's like everybody comes to me now. I've built a reputation from the first event to now.
So you're like curating talent,
Yes.
for graffiti surfaces that can accept graffiti and looking for graffiti.
Any surface.
Any surface.
Any surface, from clothing to trucks to walls.
Our company truck lives in a gated parking lot. Yet it still became a local coveted white canvas for ordinary, rudimentary, unornamented graffiti. Now, Busta lives in Philadelphia now, but hails from Bogota, Colombia, and has been painting for more than 16 years. He transformed our white box truck from a scribbler's sketchbook to an eye-catching, beautifully colored work vehicle. Busta's name is painted on one side of the van with purple and yellow as the primary colors. The opposite side, per Busta, is a portrait of an indigenous woman. As a standard in the graffiti world, artists are known for painting their names. Graffiti is an art form where the artists promote themselves primarily. What may be less known, though, is that artists also paint signatures, initials, and shout-outs to their crews, or groups in which they are members of. These initial signatures authenticate the artwork has indeed been painted by the artist. Additionally, the initials shout, "Do not bother or vandalize this masterpiece." As you will note in our video, the strategically placed initials painted on our van are initials of Busta's graffiti affiliations. The 3 different initials Busta painted on our van you can see here. The first one, NMF, which stands for Natural Mystic Family. There's ICP, which stands for Imperial Casanova Persuaders. And TNS, which stands for They Never Stop. They are authenticating the validity of Busta's work. ICP is one of the oldest graffiti crews in existence, by the way.
My name is Busta. I go by the name Busta.
The area near Columbia, where Busta grew up, has a large indigenous population. Busta spent much time on their reservation as a child. He was welcomed by the indigenous community. They took him in, and he adopted and absorbed their spirituality, their desire to be untouched by society as much as possible. When we sent out a request for our truck to be graffitied, we had no idea who the artist would be. When we spoke with Greg Robinson, we agreed we would provide no direction on the creation of the van mural. I believe it is always best to let the artist tell the story they want to tell without any barriers. We did, however, ask for our company initials to be somewhere prevalent on the van. As you can see here, AVRS is prominently displayed in the lower left corner of the van. AVRS stands for Audio Visual Rental Services. We are an equipment rental company located in Philadelphia. The added benefit of having a mural van commissioned by a professional is the van being untouched by illegal graffiti artists, while the van lives in that gated parking lot. This is Graffiti Pier in Philadelphia. I'm gonna show you a little bit of footage of some of the graffiti. Some of it's nice, some of it's just regular stickman type art. There's some murals and some other things, but take a visit with me.